Hello, Aries. It is Blair with the Oracle of Atlantis bringing you your Scorpio season reading. I hope you're doing well out there. So, Scorpio season is a time of shadow work and inner reflections. May feel tense and scary, but it is necessary. It is acceptance and purging of the old. We have the desire for a position of prominence from the Moon Oracle. So this could be a deep desire to be successful, to achieve something within your life. Perhaps this energy is still haunting you. The astrological events in effect with your energy at this time from the astrology deck, we have the energy of Capricorn. One of the most serious signs of the zodiac, Capricorn is here to get the job done. Represented by the goat, Capricorns are the entrepreneurs and CEOs of the astrology wheel, ready to tackle hard lessons without breaking a sweat. They are ruled by the planet Saturn, which teaches patience and serves as a guide toward inner authority. A major shift happens for most Capricorns during a huge transit known as Saturn return, which occurs every 27 to 29 years. This is a challenging time, but also an opportunity for Capricorns to grow beyond their wildest dreams. So now we have Cancer's energy, which is interesting because Cancer is actually complete opposite of Capricorn on the zodiac wheel, which I believe is going to have something to do with these two objects she's holding. I think it's an orb and a scepter, if I'm not mistaken, which I will get back to when we come back to the Moon Oracle. But Cancer is the moon's energy, subconscious, intuition. Symbolized by the crab, which seeks shelter in its own shell, Cancers feel most supported in the comforts of their own home. Known for being intuitive, sensitive, and attuned to the cycles of the moon, they are often artistically and musically inclined. They are also extremely loyal and protective of those they care about, so much so that it can be hard to pull them away from their loved ones. Don't you dare mess with their friends or family, or else you'll get those pinchers. So what could be haunting you is your light and shadow bodies. We have these two pillars here in this scepter card, right? These are kind of the opposite energies of the zodiac. Perhaps your physical world as well as your internal world. So the scepter. A classic figure stands upon a flat-topped pyramid, itself containing two towers. On either side of the pyramid, two trees grow and twine. The figure carries a crystal orb in one hand and a scepter in the other, symbols of authority and occult power. Behind the figure, a luminous full moon glows. Azimel, the spike of Virgo. Traditionally, when the moon was in this mansion, it was considered beneficial in the promotion of divinatory studies and clairvoyance, tarot, and the like. When discovered in someone's natal chart, this mansion was said to increase their prudence and their ability to analyze. The Saturn-Venus combination in this mansion produces both a keen ambition and a desire to attain a position of responsibility in life. Both Venus and Saturn are possessive planets and together are usually concerned with material gain and achievement. Conjoined in the sign of Virgo in this mansion, they also indicate an element of perfectionism. If this card is drawn, you have a desire to rise above your station in life. You crave recognition and respect in a traditional sense and wish to be viewed as a pillar of society. This card reminds you that to achieve such a position, you generally have to employ a significant amount of good planning and forethought. So this is very interesting, being in what haunts you. I could see this in a couple ways. One could be that you may have achieved some success, but maybe perhaps the way you achieved it may be haunting you. You may had to step on a few toes to get there. Or it's kind of the opposite, right? Perhaps there's something that you've really wanted to achieve in your life and still haven't been able to do that, and it's kind of haunting your vibration at this time. You may be feeling like perhaps you're not worthy of attaining such goals here. But there is a time for shadow work to do some self-reflecting to clear and heal any energies within. Cancer is the natural mother of the zodiac, right? The natural, compassionate kind of energy. Capricorn, although is considered more of a feminine energy, I would see kind of more as like the stable father, right? So finding that balance between your practical senses and your intuition to help clear anything that may be blocking your path at this time. So what you haven't been able to acknowledge and what the divine is trying to show you from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, first off, we have the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is a sacred symbol throughout the Americas. Its deep roots reach into the lower world, the unconscious, while its branches reach to the heavens, the source of destiny. To be whole in your life's journey, it is important to have deep roots and high branches. A tall tree with shallow roots falls in the first wind, but a tree with deep roots can weather any storm. There is this energy of working with the root chakra. I believe that actually comes out in your rebirth section of this reading. To find health and balance in your life, reflect on how you dance with your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings. If you are too much in your thinking head, or in a world of fantasies and daydreaming, connect more with your roots and physical body. If you are caught in mechanical doing and you are feeling stuck, not able to imagine a better life for yourself, open yourself to be inspired by the heavens. Let your roots and your branches be aligned with your heart's longings. What nutrients do you need to add to your soil to grow strong? The seed of the oak will not grow in barren ground or without the light of the sun. What dreams do you want to awaken to create a mindful destiny? Reflect on how you want to blossom, the kind of fruit you want to produce, and where you want to sow your new seeds. Be a conscious creator. Which brings us into the upper world, and I kind of love this, right? Because it's speaking of strengthening your roots and reaching your branches high to the upper world. So this could be a call to strengthen your divinatory practices. Like if you're interested in tarot or oracle cards or water scrying, working with pendulums, connecting to your intuition, to the heavens for guidance. It's also the next card, right? So we have 58, 59. Angels, divine helpers, and the ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is the place where you go to retrieve your destiny and find out who you will become. Discover your great potentials and undreamt of possibilities. It is also the place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they contemplate their journey to the light. The upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self. Clear distractions so that you can move into a higher destiny. Do not fall to the temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact the irritation you need to take the great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. It's kind of this energy of Rome wasn't built in a day, right? One step at a time. Ask your divine helpers for guidance. If the oracle has already spoken to you, do not ask for more guidance. Take what has been offered. Now you must deal with the lethargy and idleness. While support for a new destiny is not yet in place, a new destination is available to you if you act now. Now we have the card of sacrifice, card number 44. So we have angel number 44, which is often associated with financial abundance and stability. Well, that makes a lot of sense, right? That's what's still haunting you. Perhaps you're not fully on stable ground and wishing to be so. It encourages you to trust in your skills and abilities to take practical steps towards achieving your financial goals. The message is one of reassurance that hard work and determination will pay off in the form of financial security. So sacrifice is making those perhaps even small or big sacrifices to get to where you want to go, right? The sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offerings of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans or animals. The sacrifice asked that you offer to spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest in this banquet. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. So definitely this energy of gratitude, seeing the things that you do have that you have been blessed with so far on your journey. What is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer it all to Spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for far too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. So this could be taking the thing that you want the most and setting your intention or a prayer out to the universe. But then it's letting it go and trusting that the universe will provide, right? It may not provide it exactly as you had hoped for. It may, like if you're wishing for a person, for example, it may not even be the person that you're wishing for. It could be someone completely different, but that person is going to most likely be better suited for you, right? So it's kind of giving it over to God, to the divine, to the higher wills, to the upper world. So that's quite beautiful. Setting your intentions and releasing them with love, hope, and optimism. Now we have fire, wildfire, and earth for your rebirth. And I kind of love this imagery here, right? Like you have a rebirth, and it's kind of reminding me very much of the phoenix going through a cleansing and rebirth. When someone gives you a gift, you don't just mutter thanks and then put it aside without opening it. When someone offers you a gift, you must unwrap it and share it so that others see it and appreciate it along with you. My love, the spark of life inside of you, that fierce flame that burns from within, is a gift like none other. It is your duty as well as your birthright to share it with the world. Now is the time to express your gifts. Now is the time to shine your light so that others can reflect upon it and draw from its heat. Then step up to shine their own light and their own gifts along with you. This is what being a lit leader is all about. Lighting yourself up, Aries. And you are the first sign of the zodiac, right? You are house number 1. This is the Heavenly Bodies Astrology Oracle. Individuality, self-image, and approach to life. So there may be a call to shift your approach even, right? Through your rebirth. Not even a call to shift your approach. It's almost like you will need to shift your approach, but you may not fully know how to work with this new energy, right? Because it is new energy. You haven't been in this phase yet. So it could feel a little uncomfortable, a little daunting, but you will figure it out here. So now what is being activated with you through this rebirth? So we have the card of Inner Earth. It is connected to your base chakra, your root chakra, strength and security and laying foundations, which does actually make a lot of sense because your root chakra can be connected to family, inherited traits, primitive instincts, security, stability, and the material world. So I definitely would suggest meditating and working with the root chakra, right? This is kind of like your foundation, what's going to give you a strong foothold to build upon. The base chakra, also known as the root chakra, is found at the base of the spine and is the energy center that governs our connection to the physical world and all of its lessons. This card transports us to the energetic gateway that connects us to this planet and everything that we have learned during our many lifetimes here. We are being given a powerful opportunity to root down and claim our right to be on the planet, to claim the truth that ultimately we are safe. In the image, there is a gateway below a giant tree. This realm is called the underworld. This is the spiritual realm visited by shamans journeying to collect energies, meet guardian beings, and reclaim parts of their power or the power of others that have been left behind. Know that if you are searching for parts of yourself, you have the opportunity to find them and build stable foundations. You have the right to feel grounded, safe, and secure. Place your hands palm down on the space between the top of your pubic bone and belly button. Visualize yourself sitting with your back against a giant tree that is anchored deep down in the heart of the earth. Right? That was what you haven't been able to acknowledge. Grounding yourself. So grounding has a great way of calming the mind and stabilizing the energy, right? It's a way to balance this Capricorn and Cancerian energy. So Cancer energy can be very intuitive, very emotional and mind-based, right? It can be a lot of information coming in through your mental processes, but grounding your energy, like the earth of Capricorn, you do a meditation to ground or walk in nature to physically ground to the earth, and this actually has a way of stabilizing the mind and clearing our perceptions to get more like solid, stable viewpoint, if that makes sense. Because when you're in Cancer's energy, like Cancer's energy, I'm a sun sign Cancer, is known to be moody and very emotional, but it works with the moon and the ocean tides, right? So the moon changes zodiac signs every 2.5 days. That's a lot of energy to go through in the mental processes. Like, it's a lot of information to absorb. So when you ground your energy, it just has a way of calming the mind so that you can get through without being lost in the confusion or the tides of the sea. You are becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on planet Earth. Know that it is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now, and although at times you may have felt unstable or that you have lost your way, you have been building up momentum to be where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. You have the opportunity to reclaim the parts of yourself that you've buried deep within and reclaim gifts you've abandoned. If you are starting any projects or thinking about taking up something you've had on hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds you are planting are sending roots deep into Mother Earth. You are held and you are supported. It's just drawing me back to this energy, right? Planting your seeds, nourishing them, and helping them grow here. And it's kind of unfortunate with plants. I mean, they take a long ass time to grow. So this success or desire for recognition, stability could take a long time, but if you keep staying kind of devoted to it, things will eventually unfold and blossom in your favor. Now we have the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords from the Shadowscapes Companion Tarot. So with the 5 of Swords, this can be a call to clean up any messes that you have control over. So this is this is the section of what you do have control over, right? So any messes, any apologies, anything that you need to clear your path. The 8 of Cups can be a card of walking away, looking for divine intelligence, seeking higher guidance, so meditation, spiritual practices. But the 8 of Cups is you have the control to choose the options that are best suited for you. Now, the 7 of Swords, there can be some sort of lies and deception around you at this time. However, the spirit heavily guards the truth, so the truth will always be revealed in good timing. The Seven of Swords can also suggest taking what you need and leaving the rest for somebody else. So there could be certain things in this reading that really resonate with you and other things that don't, right? This reading is for the collective of Aries, so it may not all pieces of the information are going to reside with every single Aries out there, right? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But this is a call to honor your emotional truth. The Five of Swords can be a sign of discord and conflict of interest. The choices arrayed make it easy to profit and look to one's own concerns, for it feels the world is allied against you. Perhaps a wider view of the world might eclipse this feeling. So there definitely could be what you have control over is your perception at this time. The Eight of Cups shimmers with the distant touch of the sun rays from above. They tumble down into the depths. The falling glimmer and shine urges you to move on to catch hold of one of them. Now is the time to let go and allow all the weariness to ripple away from you and fade into the waves. While the Seven of Swords can represent an attempt to escape responsibility, it is the thief who tries to make away with what is not his. He dishonorably tries to keep everything for himself and is two-faced to those who attempt to approach. The result of such an outlook on the world is uncertainty. For if one is untrustworthy, then why risk having faith in others as well? Deception breeds distrust and a pessimistic viewpoint. So there definitely could be people that have perhaps lied or betrayed or hurt you in some way, that have perhaps altered your perspective of people in general. This could even be like in romantic affairs, right? But this is really a call to choose your own heart and soul and to shift your vibration, because just because one person or a few people do some crappy things doesn't mean everybody's out to cause you harm or suffering, right? So there could be a need to shift your perception. And a lot of this probably will happen by working with the root or base chakra. There are plenty of meditations on YouTube. What is in store for you in the future from the Ethereal Visions Tarot? We have the Empress showing up, so this is kind of connected to the divine feminine. There is this letter 6 here in the plants. So the Empress is definitely connected to nature, to conception. She is usually depicted pregnant, so this definitely could represent pregnancy for some of you. But the Empress is a call to connect with nature, and it's also kind of reminding me of the energies of the light and shadow, finding that balance of the dualities within ourselves as well as nature and honoring those cycles. Then we have the Angel of Temperance, which is represented by Sagittarius's energy. Temperance appears when there is a need for balance of opposing areas in your life. You're being asked to be patient and re-examine priorities in your life that are in disharmony. Temperance assists us by pointing you to life's meaning and purpose, balance, harmony, purpose, and moderation. So what I was getting from this card is by being in nature, you actually may receive divine guidance and stability, right? You will find this balance between these two energies, Capricorn and Cancer, right? Your intuitive processes and your physical stability, which ultimately will lead to a feeling of satisfaction within your life, of contentment. Now we have the Lovers card. So obviously this definitely could suggest that in the future there will be love on the horizon for those of you that are not in partnership. This could be the deepening of a connection for those of you who are already in a partnership, right? Strengthening the foundations of your inner earth and going deep within, right? The root chakra is pretty much as deep as you can go and definitely connected to the element of earth itself with this Empress's energy. Temperance is all about when we find that balance, we are able to hit our target. Sagittarius is the archer of the zodiac, right? Able to hit their target through calm presence and knowing that balance between your intuition and your physical environment. The Lovers card is connected to Gemini, which is known as the twins, right? The light and shadows of ourselves, finding that balance and acceptance for all of who we are. So that is what is coming in for you in the future, which is quite wonderful. You have 3 major arcanas here: the Empress, the card of Temperance, and the Lovers. So I was feeling called to add up the numbers of these cards. So the Empress is card number 3, Temperance is 14, the Lovers is card number 6. So 3 plus 14 plus 6, 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 6 equals 14, which is all about our balance. Temperance is connected to the Archangel Gabriel. So Gabriel is not only a messenger angel, it is kind of blurring the lines between the masculine and feminine principles, releasing the labels we put on such genders or energies. Gabriel also holds the keys to basically our 7th heaven, which could be like our crown chakra, our joy and happiness, our divine truth and purpose. You can see the swan kind of guarding this one sword. There's one sword that is very important, one message that may change your life and the course of your fate forever. 14 reduced, 1 plus 4 is 5, right? And 5s can often represent change. They can also represent the 5 elements, right? Fire, air, water, earth, and spirit. So spirit is basically your desire, your drive, your purpose, what gives you hope and inspiration, finding that balance. So with these cards, like I said, they are 3 major arcanas. There's no minor arcanas here at all. So the major arcanas being predominantly present in this section of your reading does suggest that a lot of this is actually in the hands of the divine. The divine is working on your behalf. But you did have the call of the upper world to connect to the guidance, right? And I'm also seeing this in the sacrifice card. It's almost like she's listening to what this butterfly has to offer to her. I'm also getting, for those in relationships or about to enter in a relationship, grounding is going to be really beneficial because it's going to help strengthen your resolve, to give you strong, deep roots, to not fall in the first wind, right? Because love can be a very messy business. People's feelings get hurt without even necessarily trying to. People tend to... although we may love them, they can also rub us the wrong way, right? So if you're feeling really like distraught or upset within an energy, there may be a call to pull back, to remember grounding techniques so that you can approach it from a more kind of like balanced and understood energy. This may be even a call to ground your energy so that you can put yourself in another person's shoes, right? To try to see from their perspective, to gain a deeper understanding. So your spirit guide from the Dragon Path Oracle. Now, for these readings, I have been working with the wild unknown animal spirit, but for some reason, the divine was calling me to the Dragon Path Oracle to pick a dragon for you. So we have the Dragon of Transformation, which is number 3. It's also beautiful because it is clearly a butterfly, which you did have with this sacrifice, right? I'm getting angel number 33, though, because we do have the Empress, which is also card number 3. So angel number or master number 33 means deep spiritually. It carries a higher vibration and spiritual energy associated with transformation. Master number 33 encourages spiritual creation, harmony, and understanding of the essence and depth of being, which is kind of what is in your future fortune, right? Spiritual creation, harmony, and understanding the essence and depth of one's being through exploring your inner earth. So transformation, a new you is emerging. Let it all go. Fear, pain, doubt, anger, sorrow, and guilt. Transformation tells us you no longer need these experiences. They are in the past. They have completed their task and have no place in your future. By holding on to them, you only keep yourself trapped in old patterns that are no longer of use or necessary to you. A new you is emerging, maybe a quieter, more considered you, but certainly a more powerful you. Having lived through a great many things, now is the time for you to put that experience to good use. A more powerful you. Follow your inner guidance and let your old habits and worries slip away. There will always be those who question what you do, but that is their journey. You are on yours. Follow the steps laid out before you, trusting your own inner light as you move toward a fresh way of being you. This transformation can be on any level and can affect any or every part of your life. Enjoy it and look out for the signs and in particular symbols. Dragons love symbols. As you are guided by the dragon of transformation to take your next steps. This dragon is the Earth Walk Dragon. So that's quite beautiful, coming out with the inner Earth card, right? Walking with you through this inner Earth, your inner change and development. So I hope this reading resonates with you, Aries. If it does, please feel free to like this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Many blessings in your transformation. Live, love, and light. Take care.